Okay, your friendly, experienced lawyer here again with you for our second episode. Um, and what everyone should understand if they go to law school, even if you intend when you come out the other end, when you graduate and hopefully pass the bar, even if you intend to get a job as a lawyer, you should always, especially if you're going to go into the private sector, and usually you got to figure you're going to be in both areas, government and private, because who knows where you're going to end up. Um, but you should go in with the attitude that I'm going to come out and be in business for myself, and I'll tell you why this is important. Your value to a law firm consists of two possible things. Number one, of course, is can they work you uh, like a mule, lots of hours? Can they work you long, hard hours and have a lot of billable hours? That's number one. The second thing is, and this is really the most important thing in the end, especially if you get a couple of years under your belt, the question is always going to be, if I walk out the door, what clients are also going to walk with me? Your value to any law firm is really who, meaning which clients are loyal to you. So you have to sort of go into law like you're going to go into business for yourself. If you don't have that attitude, you're going to pinch yourself in the rear end or something at some point. You're going to be angry with yourself. Okay. Law is unlike most other jobs or most other professions, I guess. A very unique aspect of it is that it's like you're on this conveyor belt, and especially when you're talking about lawyers with less than like 8 years of experience, especially 8 to 10 years, you will be categorized by virtue of how long you've been out of law school. I don't think it's as bad as it was a while back, but I know darn well, even though the want ads may not show up this way, that it probably still is the case, because it's inherently, old habits die hard. And that is, you would see ads that a law firm wanted a lawyer with 3 to 5 years of experience to do labor law, real estate, or whatever, doesn't matter. 3 to 5 years. What are you telling me? Someone with 15 years can't do that job? Well, that's inherently the problem. When it comes down to getting law jobs, it's a question of whether you fit the profile in terms of like age and experience. And this has the net effect of restricting your job opportunities as you move on in your career, and it makes that question I just addressed about what clients will come with you. Because if you're out there as a lawyer and you've got more than like 5 years of experience, well, at any point, really, at any point, but especially if you've got more than like 3, 4, 5, 6 years of experience, and you're looking to get hired by another law firm, you jolly well better have some clients that you're bringing with you, or your job opportunities, especially in the private sector, are going to be limited. The government may be a little bit different, but that's a huge point to remember. So always approach law school like you're going to come out and go into business for yourself, regardless of whether that's your plan of action or not. One of the problems with law is this job mobility. Everybody thinks you've got this great law degree, you're a member of the bar, and you can always go into business for yourself. Let me tell you, starting a business from scratch, you have your business expenses, and to really get things going, it's going to probably take at least a year, and you have to be able to carry yourself that long That's a lot of money coming out of your pocket, and it cause for lots of sleepless nights. So what I'm saying is that be realistic. Look like you're approach it like you're going to go into business for yourself. Um, it's not a job; it's a business. And this gets to one of the problems. Of course, we alluded to it in video one, which is reciprocity and getting a job across state lines. This is actually starting to change some because now they've got like a multi-state bar exam, and the rules are changing even as we speak. Um, but still, um, the bar associations of the various states all protect their turf very much. Picking up and moving as a lawyer across state lines can be very, very cumbersome and, in a lot of respects, practically impossible because of the cost. And just as I don't have enough time in this video to go into it, but my experience is finding a legal job across state lines is very, very difficult. Um, so you've got the problem with job mobility in law, like I said, it's lateral fits. You've got to be like the exact right person. Everybody thinks you have this law degree that you're gonna have total flexibility and slide from one job into another. It just ain't so at all. Um, the fact of the matter is, let me just say this: law school, of course, is you're up against a lot of very, very bright people. The competition for jobs is intense. As a practical matter, there are probably, well, too many lawyers. And what really makes this problem more uh, more problematic is the fact that uh, there's there's a widening income and wealth gap, and in a sense, when you have a hollowing out, especially like of the middle class, uh, it makes fewer and fewer people who are able to afford legal services. I mean, most people out there right now, unless you've got an upper management job, live pretty much paycheck to paycheck. Those people, in terms of legal services, can only afford no-fault divorces, maybe legal fees for a real estate closing, and maybe a very simple will, those three things. But if you're talking about any serious contested matter, they can't afford your services. That is a subject worthy of a video on its own, but it makes our life as lawyers more difficult, and we're going to do a video about the competition that's out there, the intense competition for business. And a lot of it is coming from non-lawyers, but that's another video. So I think that's going to do it for video number 2. This is your friendly, experienced lawyer, and I will talk to you next time.